What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
So I'm notorious for like dating probably the worst people. And one time I was like laying in bed, just like chilling on my phone, and my boyfriend was like, get up and go somewhere with me. And I was like, no, I don't want to go. And he was like, if you don't go, I'm gonna pee on you. And I was like, no, the fuck, you're not gonna pee on me. And I turn around and he pees in my face. In my fucking face. Okay, I get up and I go to the bathroom, I cry, take a shower, and he's like, are you going with me? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. Bitch. I have so many stories about this man. So many stories. He is insane. Why did I let him do that to me?
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
I have a great one. So a few months ago, I was seeing this guy. We were dating for about 6 months. Well, during one of our really intimate times, you know. And during this intimate time, my back is to him. I'm faced forward. But I feel him shifting around, and I'm like, what is he doing? So I kind of peek behind my shoulder. And what do you know? I see him on his phone, kind of like scrolling to the camera, pushes record. And I'm just in utter shock. I don't know what to do. I just wait till afterwards. And I was like, did you record us? He's all like shocked, like, oh, did you want me to? Duh. This fucker recorded me without my fucking consent. And my dumbass forgave him, and he still had the audacity to say, I'm not ready for a relationship.
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
Okay, this one's so good. So, I was like 18 or 19, and I started talking to this guy. He was a Marine, and he was so much older than me, but I was like so into him. And everybody knew we were talking. Everybody knew we had a thing. Like, we'd be at the bar, and we'd just be like all over each other. Like, everybody knew we had a thing. All his friends were always around, girls and guys, you know, everybody knew we had a thing. And he comes to pick me up to take me to the beach with him and his pals one day. And he's like, never mind, I'm not coming to pick you up. Just meet me at the drive-on beach in Topsail. And so I drive to the drive-on beach and I park. And I'm like waiting for him to come get me in his truck so that he can drive me down to the spot that they had picked out. And he gets there and there's a girl in the passenger seat of his truck. And he's like, come on, get on in. And I get in the back seat and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what the f-? And okay, so I get in the back of his truck. The girl is in the passenger seat. He's acting like it's not weird at all. I've never seen this girl before. And I'm just quiet the whole way to the spot. Like, her daughter is also in the back of the truck, her little daughter. And I just ride quietly, and we get there, and I knew a lot of the people at the beach. So I get out, and I find a girl that I knew from the bar, and I was like, yo, who is this chick? Like, what is this? And she's like, you didn't know he had a girlfriend? And I was like, you thought I knew he had a girlfriend? Because I'm pretty sure just last night you saw us like making out at the bar. Like, did you know he had a girlfriend? Because I definitely didn't know he had a girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, they've been together for like 2 years, and that's her daughter, and like they live together. And I was like, does this girl know that I've been making out with her boyfriend? Because so I'm still at the beach, right? And like, nobody knows I'm uncomfortable except for the girl that I had just talked to and my aunt, because my aunt's actually who introduced me to him. And I was texting her like, did you know he had a girlfriend? She's like, what? No. And so my aunt gets there and she's like, who is this girl? And he's just chilling, like hanging out on the beach, hanging out with his girlfriend, playing with her daughter. And I'm just kind of over in the corner of our little spot like, oh, have I been played? So he walks over to his truck to get a beer, and I'm like, all right, this is my end. So I walk over there, and I'm talking like really quietly, because his girlfriend was actually really nice, and I couldn't be mean to her. But I just went over to him, and I was like, hey, who is this girl? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I meant to introduce y'all as my girlfriend. And I was like, you know, we've been talking, right? Like, do I just think we've been talking? Have we not been talking? And he's like, I really like you. When I tell y'all that I shut down, my poor little 18, 19, naive little self, I shut down, y'all. I was like, I really like you too. And then I went and just like hung out with his girlfriend. And I played with her daughter. And we talked about our kids. Because I had a little boy. I had my little boy, Garrison. Not with me, but like we talked about being moms. And we talked about like things we did. And we like swapped advice. And I just hung out with his girlfriend. Because when he said, oh, I really like you. Like you're really important to me. Like I really think I might could marry you one day. I was like, oh. He loves me. Okay, but we all know that in that stitch that I posted in part 1 that she says you forgave him for it. Okay, so obviously I forgave this guy and we kept talking, but then it just kind of fizzled out. You know, he kept his girlfriend and I wasn't cool with that. He still told me all the time that he was going to marry me one day, which was whatever. But so I actually ended up getting back with my ex, Garrison's dad, which is also the man that I married, my ex-husband. And yeah, that was pretty much like how that ended. Well, then my husband and I split up again, like 8 months after we got married, and I was at this same bar hanging out with my aunt. She was visiting from Louisiana, so we went to our old hangout bar, which is Gus's in Jacksonville, and in he walks, and I hadn't seen him in probably a couple years, and in he walks, and I just like drooled and like died. I was like, so dude walks in. Okay, we're gonna call him Jay, and everybody knows what's going down right now. Everybody's like, oh my god, Jay is here. Macy is like staring at him, trying to pretend like she's not staring at him. This is awkward. So I am pretending like I hate this dude. I'm not gonna make eye contact with him. I'm not gonna smile at him. I'm not gonna even let him know that I know he exists. And I'm just walking around chilling, like I don't even know he's there. And I walked past him completely on accident, by the way. And he's like, hey, you're not gonna speak? And I was like, oh hey, I didn't know you were here. And literally the second our eyes met, it was like he never put me in his truck at the beach when he had a girlfriend and I didn't know he had a girlfriend. It was like nothing ever happened. And by the end of the night, he was telling me he was gonna marry me. This is 2 years later. So naturally we started talking again. I don't know who that girl thought I was. I still to this day have no idea. Hopefully she doesn't think I'm a bad person, but we started talking again. And we were talking, hanging out, you know, really enjoying each other. Like, it was great. And to get back at him, your girl decided to go back to her ex-husband because, you know, toxic relationships are more fun when they're back and forth. And I literally just blocked him on everything out of the blue. And he texted my aunt and was like, why isn't Macy talking to me? And my aunt texted me and was like, why aren't you talking to Jay? And I was like, because he hurt my feelings 2 years ago. So yes, that wound healed very well over time. There was a third time that we ended up being together, but it was brief.
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
Apart from the fact he cheated on me multiple times and then left me for a girl he cheated on me with on Christmas Eve. My ex once decided to make up that he was in a car crash so he could stay at the pub longer. I had messaged him saying I didn't realise it was his friend's birthday and he could stay at the pub and not come to mine. It's fine, I'll see him another night. Instead of opening that message, he got his friends to tell me he was in a car crash, photos off Google, a very award-winning performance. So I'm there crying my eyes out because apparently it was all my fault. I'm not making this up on my jazz. No. Anyways, he then turns up to mine 20 minutes later and I was like, what? He was like, oh, sorry, the lads were joking. I didn't even realise they were making that joke. I'll have a go at them now. Messaged the lads on the group chat, having a go at them. Then messaged them 5 minutes later saying, sorry lads, had to pretend I didn't know about the joke.
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
So I had this guy stay over and I was asleep. I was laying down on my stomach and he decided to lift up the back of my shirt And you know those jet lighters? Yeah, he pulled one of those out and burned my back until I woke up. He was holding that thing on my back for like 10 seconds until I woke up. Oh, I couldn't have anything touch it for like a week. It scarred, and there was a huge blister there for like ages. I had to wear crop tops, right? And low-rise jeans. I didn't look good in low-rise jeans. And the worst thing is it was winter time. So I couldn't wear a coat or nothing. I had to leave my house in low-rise jeans and a crop top. Yeah. And then I was just like, oh no, it's fine. I still love you. And then he cheated on me.
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you and you were just like, it's fine?
Oh, I've been waiting for this one. So imagine I was dating this guy, right, and he basically said that I have to date him in private because if his friends found out that he was sleeping with a fat girl and that he could get it up for a fat girl, he'd be majorly criticised and embarrassed. Still forgave him, still slept with him. It was desperate times, what can I say, not proud of it. And then I was seeing this guy and he got me pregnant. Well, we got pregnant. We used protection, used Plan B, none of it worked. He basically said I have to have an abortion and that none of his friends and family can know. He'll come with me for the abortion and support me and get anything I need, but he won't do it if I kept the baby. And yeah, basically I did keep her. Best thing I ever did. To this day, it's all still a big secret in his world. No one knows that he has a secret child in the world and he has a new girlfriend to top it off. Still forget.
What is the shittiest thing a guy has done to you?
This one's gonna be easy. Well, he promised us that he wasn't gonna ban fracking, and instead he cost us like 50,000 jobs his first day. He promised us $2,000 for just existing, but I haven't seen that yet. He promised us better healthcare coverage, and instead he raised the cost of insulin back to $600 a month for people that can't afford it. Oh, he's letting pretty much anybody into women's sports, so women doing anything in sports can just kiss that goodbye. What else did he do? Oh, he's so pro-choice and pro my body, my choice that he's trying to mandate vaccinations, because that makes total sense, the hypocrisy, you know? I'm in this toxic relationship and I just can't seem to get out of it. Like, I'm stuck in it and it's horrible.
What's the most inappropriate thing a therapist has ever said to you?
It's more of what she did than what she said. This lady forces me to come out to my transphobic father as trans in front of her, leading to my father calling me gross and he say that he'd rather me be a lesbian than trans. And then here I am fucking having a mental breakdown while my therapist is forcing me to talk to my father about things I don't want to talk to him about. Yeah, that led to me not going to her anymore.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
If you are like consistently late and make it a part of your personality, like, oh, you should know that I'm always late, you're rude, you're selfish, and all you're doing is telling everyone else that you don't give a shit about their time. And the only person that matters is you. Grow up.